waiting for.
Mucho grandes, muy grandes.
Hello, mijo? Are you there? What are you doing? Are you being good? Javier? Are you there? Javier.
No quiero decirlo. No, estaba viendo una mujer que tenía unos melones así grandes. Es todo.
What is up, my Remilia fans of the two-time Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams? I hope everyone's having a great midnight. Thank you for coming in. It was a late setup. The Lakers won today. We're going to get to that. The Rams, if days away from the draft. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Got my Kobe Bryant. It's a little tight. I got a shirt underneath too, but living the good life. But anyway, on backwards. And so thank you guys for coming in. I hope you guys enjoy that Born East LA clip with my guy, Paul Rodriguez. But yeah, I got a really good show for you guys tonight. I know it's late, but I said, you know what, let me go on. Lakers won. You know, we're getting ready for the draft. Let's see what's going on. Let's see here. Vietnamese Style says we need to talk about losing your boy Bobby Wagner. He says, yeah, you know, I wish we could have kept him, you know, but I saw a stat and I didn't notice it because everybody else was hurt last year. That even though we had Bobby Wagner, and make no mistake, he was an asset to our defense. He was one of the main cogs. He single-handedly almost helped us win a couple of games. But teams were completing 77% a clip of passes over the middle. And that was one of the reasons why we got him, to help stop that. And it didn't work out. So I'm so glad that we had him. We were able to cut some of the money off, even though he could still play. Ernest Jones was able to get a whole year underneath him, learning, and he's ready for, we're going to get to Ernest Jones too. I got some clips for him. He's ready to take the next step as a leader, but one whole year with Bobby Wagner, you know, getting expertise of advice from a Hall of Fame player during the wars, you know, and I can't wait. I'm excited. Bobby Brown III, Michael Hoyt, our guy Aaron Donald, you know, Jonah Williams, Daniel Hardy gets a chance. I'm excited. The young guys, Kobe Durant, Robert Rochelle, Darian Kendrick filling in the nickel role, Fuller, Quentin Lake from UCLA finally gets his chance. It's going to be a young team, but we're going to be very exciting, and hopefully on offense, we're going to get to the Allen Robinson trade as well. We'll see what happens. There's my guy, Danny Barry. Go Lakers, always win. LFG, yo. Yes, indeed, baby. Young Montana, who's host? The Rams house, baby. Thank you, Young Montana, for coming in. Danbury Sports Highlight says, Rams host, what's up? Yes, indeed. Young Montana says, what's up, Amelia? What's up, brother? I hope you doing okay. It's late, but thank you guys for coming in. There's my guy, Gabriel. What's up, brother? He says, what's up, Ramley? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Young Montana says, I've never seen that movie. I'm too young. Yeah, it's a classic. You know, that's one thing about me being my age. You know, I still look okay for, you know, it's kind of dark in here. Oh, I forgot to turn one of my lights on. That's okay. It's not plugged in. Okay. But you know, I got to see Fernando Mania, the 81 Dodgers win the World Series, the 88 Dodgers win the World Series, the 89 Rams, they lost in the championship game. Jim Everett and the crew, Eric Dickerson, Hearns, Hagler, Duran. Amazing time I lived in. I got to see Back to the Future at the movie theater, Star Wars at the movie theater as a kid. Amazing. Yes, indeed. But you got to check that movie out. It's funny, Young Montana. It's not a great movie, but it's funny. Dodgers, hey, what's up? What's up? Thank you for coming in. Yes, indeed, my Dodgers. Alex G says, what's up, Rudy? Lakers and Kings just need 2 more dubs. Yes, indeed. Young Montana says, Lakers losing to my Warriors next round. That'll be a good matchup. Dodgers says, never realized that guy had a Rams hat in the Born East LA movie. Yeah. And also, too, if you guys like Poltergeist, see, that's the thing about the Rams. You know, they were in Southern California for a long time before they left. lot of movies that have Ram stuff in there. Poltergeist, the little girl has a Rams helmet on. That hat with the Rams, you know, you can see a lot of stuff. There's a movie called, it's an old movie, a little slow movie from the 70s called Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty, you know, the story of a billionaire who, I don't want to mess it up for anybody, but it's an old movie. Passes away, then comes back, and he's actually the quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams, leads them to a Super Bowl. And guess what? He wore number 16, like Jared Goff. Amazing. But let's get into my clips. So let's see where to start. Okay, so let's start with this. Big Whit at the Laker game. Imagine if you were sitting behind him. Check this out. I love my guy, Big Whit. And there's Los Angeles Ram champion showing love for our Lakers.
The Lakers. Here's Austin Reeves behind the three-point line. Reeves dribbles into the paint now. Throws up a 5-footer. Fell in a bucket. Everything going right for LA.
Sit down, Big Whit. That was Big Whit right there. Standing up. Get down in front. Props to him. And then also on the Lakers. Dylan Brooks, this guy, he's a knucklehead. He's kind of like a Pat Beverly type. He kind of hypes himself up. He's got a bigger mouth than his game. He doesn't really do much in the game. Talking about LeBron is old. He is old, but he's disrespectful about it. LeBron is still one of the best players in the league. And so here he is hitting LeBron in the junk. And this is how he got kicked out.
There it is right there with the left arm.
This will be fascinating, because it is in very recent memory. Yes. We've seen Draymond Green adjudicated for his history, and Dylan Brooks led the league with 18.
I guess Dylan Brooks had 18 personal fouls. I guess I don't know what she was going to say there, but so there it is. And then let's just get to my Kings. The Kings won too, like my guy said. Here we go. That was yesterday. So yes, indeed. So, and there's my guy Stafford. I love my quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He's healthy this year. Unfortunately, Allen Robinson is bye. But now he could have got the rapport with Matthew Stafford. It didn't work out, but hold on, before we get to Matthew Stafford, let's just talk about the trade. So the Allen Robinson trade, 7th round pick. That's how bad the season was for him last year. So we gave him here you go, Allen Robinson. We swapped picks. We got the 234th pick, and we gave them the 251st pick for Allen Robinson, and that's about what he was worth. And so basically, we paid some money. We're just washing our hands of the situation. God bless you, Allen Robinson. It didn't work out. But it sucks because he was the main reason we tried to upgrade, because he's a little younger, a bigger receiver. We thought with Stafford, he was going to have an upside because Stafford can get you the ball. And he seemed like not to be able to separate at times. And he wasn't that guy. I wish we would just sign Robert Woods and re-extended him, but it didn't work out. So thank you for everything, Allen Robinson. But back to Stafford. Matthew Stafford is healthier than he's been for a long time. Here he is. He loves Los Angeles, and Los Angeles loves him back. Here he is with his beautiful daughter, enjoying the Kings game in game 1. And here we go.
Can I have one? She'll be attending San Diego State University in the fall of 2023, where she'll be receiving a sports MBA. Fair. Now I'm a big deal. Originally from Yaroslav, Russia. And in her professional career, she has don't bite my hand. Change and spread the joy of hockey to communities where.
That's beautiful. I love my quarterback, man. I love Matthew Stafford, and I can't wait for this season. It's going to be exciting, frustrating at times, but yes, indeed. Young Montana says the Warriors-Lakers series would be the highest rated series. It's going to be amazing, man. If it's going to be us against the Warriors. My guy, Silly Fun Guy. Go Rams. I'm hoping McClutchin might be a good throw-up ball target for Stafford with height and long arms. That's exactly right. I was very surprised last year. I know he's a young guy, but with a veteran quarterback like Stafford, but also our O-line was just in shambles. But just get him some reps out there. And then he got hurt when he was going to get a chance. And so, but I'm looking forward to McClutchin and Tutu Atwell taking the next step. Our guy, Ben Skoranek. I'm now saying his name correctly because he deserves it now. Taking another step to emerge. If you remember, he's the legend of Ben Skoranek. Came when he knocked that defensive player to the ground when he was a fullback, and then when he made that over the Randy Moss type catch over the Raider defender on our Baker Mayfield comeback drive. Amazing, the legend of Ben Skoranek. I'm looking forward to seeing what's he going to do this year. The Young Montana says Brooks is dirty. Look at the Warriors and Memphis series last year. Yeah, some guys they just have that knack of doing stuff, kind of like in the old school days. Again, I'm an old dude. The old Pistons, they're borderline dirty. But sometimes you need that. It depends if that's how you get, but you don't disrespect a guy and poke the bear. Like he even said, I'm poking the bear. That was dumb, but it is what it is. J Money says Lakers. Yes, indeed, baby. Daughter says, did you hear about the Athletics moving to Las Vegas? Yeah, that's a great topic. So the Raiders and the A's are leaving to Las Vegas. Wow. That's a great comment. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't blame them. Now, back to our Rams. So our Rams are looking forward to riding last year. And we'll see what happens with that. But let me show you our guys ready to get back to work at OTAs. Here we go.
You want to use this time, phase one specifically, to kind of build your team, what you want to be about as individuals, how you want to work, how you want to come together collectively. Obviously, we know we're going to have, a bunch of new teammates, come the draft. But at this time of the year, it's, very physical. All right, what are we doing out there on the field? What are we doing in the weight room? All that kind of stuff to kind of get yourself ready to go. Just trying to enjoy that process and understand that, it's about building that foundation. Starts today, and we go from there.
Our guys are back to work. Stafford's healthier than he's been in a few years, and he even made a couple of comments and raised some eyebrows. But he's just being realistic. He feels good, but he's not 25 years old anymore. Of course, we knew that when we got him. But the time off did him some good for his body for this year. We just have to make sure we keep him upright. It reminds me of guys like Jim Everett, Kurt Warner. They're not the most mobile of foot, but you got to keep them upright and being able to step forward to get that play in and be comfortable. So our offensive line, we didn't make a lot of changes, but we re-signed some guys, and just the continuity will help us immensely, because we didn't have our starting lineup the whole time. We basically had like 12 to 14 different 12. We went like 12 straight games with 12 different O-line lineups. So so that's when people try to make fun of the Rams. Yeah, you're 5-12. Well, no, Sherlock. We had 12 different O-lines, and Allen Robinson wasn't acclimated to the offense, and basically it was just a Cooper Kupp and Higbee show. And then we couldn't run the ball because of the offensive line, and Stafford was getting beat up. So, there's a reason why we did that. Not an excuse, but there's a reason. You're like, wow, this is a Super Bowl team, and what's going on? They're coming back off of a Super Bowl. Well, yeah, everybody's hurt on the offensive line. Without offensive line, you ain't going nowhere, So we found that out. But we put a 50 burger on the Broncos, who gave up towards the end of the year. They beat the Niners. Isn't that funny? the Santa Clara Crew lost to the Broncos, and we put 50 spot on them. That's funny. I love it. J Money says, I'm hoping Van Jefferson has a good season with Kupp. I'm looking forward now. Let me tell you something important. So Van Jefferson, it's a contract year, and guess what guys do usually in contract years? They ball out. So I'm looking for Van Jefferson to be like, wait a minute now. Why the hell did you get Allen Robinson? I'm here. I have a good pedigree. His dad was the wide receiver from the Chargers. His name eludes me. If you guys remember in the chat, but that's his last name's Jefferson as well. And but he, whether to take that next step, and I can see him being a number 2 receiver. He's got the speed. He can catch inside. He's good size. He's good speed. And then you have Cooper Kupp, who's getting double teamed. So I'm looking forward to seeing. That's a great comment. I'm looking forward to it. The Young Montana's Remedy, did you watch Who's the Boss? I seen that show. Yeah, I used to watch that show. Who's the Boss? Tony Danza. I love it. I love it. So let's see. One thing I want to say here too is Ben Skoranek. Okay, here's 5 keys for the Rams to rebound from last year. Number 1, the offensive line. Number 2, Stafford stays upright and healthy for the whole year, right? Number 3, with our offensive line healthy, Cam Akers, who's refocused and reinvigorated, continues what he did last year. He almost got 1,000 yards last year, and he sat out. There was that problem with him and McVay, and they finally got together and made up. But he didn't. He was not with the team for a game or two. I don't remember how many games it was, but he can do some damage. And then we have Notre Dame running back Kyren Williams still there. We might even draft another running back, Ronnie Rivers, I think is his name, the other running back, but the main guys is Kyren Williams and Cam Akers. And then the fourth thing, besides the Cam Akers running and the running game, the fourth thing is Van Jefferson. Is he going to step up in that number 2 receiver spot? And then the fifth thing is it's a trio. Mostly a duo, and then you add a trio with the third guy. So the trio is, will Tutu Atwell take the next step and be that speed burner we need to keep the defense honest and make big plays and catch the ball, kind of like our poor man's Cheetah, and then will Ben Skoranek keep emerging, to be a guy that's a weapon that you can catch the ball, kind of like an Edelman, a poor man's Cooper Kupp, make some plays here and there downfield. But be consistently a valuable weapon. And then the third guy, which I was saying, is will Lance McCutcheon emerge as being like a big receiver that we can go to, who will probably get single coverage his whole time that he's out there on the field? Will that the trifecta with that? So that's 5 keys, and besides the defense too, but on offense, that's what I meant. So we'll see what happens with that. But I want to show you speed and experience kills. Here's Tutu Atwell. He's never lost that speed, but check this out here. Hold on one second. Speed. Yes. Thank you, Gabriel. Sean Jefferson. Thank you. Yes, indeed, baby. Check this out. Tutu Atwell, speed and now experience kills. Check this out. That guy, man, you just flip him the ball. Woo! So, confidence, experience, the desire to want to improve. And I think he's been there for a couple years now, and he wants more of the praise that he got last year. He came on last year, and then our guy Cam Akers is refocused. And check this out.
Bouncy.
So there, I love Cam Akers. I think he could be one of the better backs in the NFC. And then here's our guy Cooper Kupp. I was looking for a video of him, but he's doing those too. So he's healthy too. If you guys were wondering about our guy Cooper Kupp, where is my picture? Oh, did I not download it? Hold on. I thought I downloaded it. Hold on, let me get that for you. Please excuse me. There he is. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so there's Cooper Kupp doing that same drill. So if you were wondering about our guy Cooper Kupp, he's healthy. He's ready to go, baby. So yes, indeed. And then also too, I want to get to something real quick. So if you remember the Bills last season, the Bills, we played them game 1, and they saw our Super Bowl banner ceremony that we had. You know, we had them game 1 at SoFi Stadium. They got to see this up close.
Rams house! You were with us the whole year to bring the Lombardi home. Every touchdown, every sack, and every no-look pass. This Hollywood story had the picture-perfect ending.
Hey, let's go, man. This is to win the Super.
I'm gonna go into the whole thing. So basically, the banner came down, right, and the Bills fans were there. They got to see in their lifetime a Super Bowl banner ceremony being unfoiled. Except it was the Rams, right? And I'm saying that because God bless them. But you got this guy. You guys probably seen this already, and I haven't been on my live for a little while. But hold on, where's my picture of my guy? So this guy here, Brandon Beane, the Bills GM, says we're trying to work our way out so that we don't have to just here. Let me do this again. We're trying to work our way out so that we don't have just a tear down. And he's alluding to the Rams. He was basically saying that wasn't the full comment that he said, but he was alluding to that they wanted to avoid a tear down like the Rams are. There it is. Bills being on not having a reset like the Rams. So basically he's kind of backhandedly talking smack about the Rams. We won the Super Bowl, you fool. You know, you guys can't even get past the team we beat in the Super Bowl, which is the Bengals, and also the Chiefs. So hilarious. So yeah, I mean, I tweeted back to him. I don't know who, not to him, but somebody had posted that. And I said, yeah, you know, Billy Bean, the Bills will be lucky to have the Rams success. You know, in their lifetime, they got to see a Super Bowl banner ceremony, except it was the Rams. Hilarious. So that just caught me. That's just so hilarious. Yes, indeed. Sean Jefferson, Chris Jansen, what's up, brother? Honestly, how many games do you think the Rams win? Now, honestly, Chris, I can't even say too much right now because we have so many spots available because we have 11 picks in the draft. There's probably going to be the first 3 are the first 78 picks in the draft. So those might be pretty good players. You know, we got like a Samson Ebicom, a Cooper Kupp in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. And then we might get some gems, you know, that can play right away. And then after the 6th, 7th, 8th pick, then hopefully they land somebody or somebody falls or we trade down, you know. But I'll say if we get the guys that we need and a few of them can like we might get an edge rusher, we might get a tall cornerback to help out with our young guys, maybe a linebacker. If we get the needs that we get, that we can have, that we need, the top 3 to 5 picks are able to play, I can see us, because the NFC West is in shambles right now. The only team that's that is there, and even they're still you guys are still a quarterback away, is the Niners with a complete team, except for the quarterback position because of the injury situation. But at least you have a veteran in Sam Darnold. And the Seahawks coming off of a big year, but I don't think Geno Smith's going to have the year he had last year. That's just the way it goes sometimes because he is a journeyman quarterback. So I see us going like 8-7, 9-8 if we steal some wins, go 10-6, but I can see us making the playoffs at 8-8 or 9-7 because the NFC is wide open. There's going to be some teams that drop off. And so I think our offense is going to carry us for the most part, and then our defense, our young defense, will catch on at the end of the, we got the Kobe Durant's, Robert Rochelle's, Fuller, Darian Kendrick, Quentin Lake from UCLA is going to get a chance. He was hurt last year. I'm looking forward to Ernest Jones. We'll see what happens. But I would say this just to be very conservative. I mean, we can be, let's just say for right now, 8-8, 9-7. If we can steal some games, we can go 10-6. But if we can even make the playoffs at 8-8, honestly, I mean, that wouldn't be my, that wouldn't be something that I'd be proud of. But I mean, hey, we're really gearing towards, we want to win. If we get in the playoffs, and all holds barred, because you have veteran leadership like Stafford, Kupp, Jefferson, out there in the offense, Higbee, Cam Akers, all those are Super Bowl champions. And then you have McVay out there doing his wizardry. And then you have Raheem Morris with the young guys. Maybe he's gonna, get inventive, but he's a Super Bowl champion defensive coordinator. We just got to throw our hat in the ring, get to the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. But we're really gearing for 2024. When we have a number one pick to use, maybe to get a blue chip free agent, a top of the line free agent. We'll have more picks and more money to use on free agents. So we're going for 2024, 2025 to at least get another Super Bowl before Stafford and rolls off into the sunset. And I can see that. I can really see us with the NFC the way it is right now. I can see us getting another chip before Stafford is done. We'll see, though. We'll see. Gabriel says, I got you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Gabriel says, yes, Tutu have to utilize him. He is a threat. We have to open up his game more. So he opened up his game some more. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Chris Hansen says, Cooper Kupp scares me. Cooper Kupp is so good against you guys, but honestly, I'm not a rah guy. If a guy like Chris Hansen, if you've seen me before, I used to talk smack about Ben Skowronek, because if you remember him, probably not by name because you're not a Rams fan, but he was the guy that dropped a touchdown like this in the end zone in the NFC Championship game. You know how you guys talk about the Jakari Tart, if he would have caught that interception. Well, we're like, yeah, but if Ben Skowronek hit the ball, hit him like here in the end zone and it bounced out, you're like, wait a minute. He was on my S list for a long time. I really wanted him to get rid of him. And then he did the same thing. The ball bounced off of his hand in the Super Bowl, and I possibly costed Stafford a MVP consideration. Because that comeback that he did and all that, he deserved duo MVP with Donald. But I'll take it's fine. We won. But he did the same thing in the Super Bowl. The ball bounced off his hand and they intercepted it. But yeah, he's been playing a lot better. But Cooper Kupp is something else, man. Remember, we didn't have Cooper Kupp in the 2018 Super Bowl, and that's why they held us to 3 points, because that was Jared Goff's guy. Whenever it was third down, Cooper Kupp you can't stop him. He's just like an Edelman. They're just a pain in the ass, and they're very good, So, but yes, indeed. Jay Money says, F the Bill Chokers. Yeah, man, I was really irritated. I mean, whatever. They can say what they want, but really, if you just want to, like, if I can see the Eagles saying that, because they already won a Super Bowl recently, right? The Bills, even Jim Kelly, the greatest Bills teams of all time, and they kind of get a bad rap, but going to 4 straight Super Bowls, man, my hat is off to you. The kicker wide right screwed them, because at least they would have got one in the bank. But that team never won a Super Bowl. You guys haven't even got to the Super Bowl. You're talking smack about we don't want to tear down like the Rams did. Man, get out of here, dude. Oh boy, but yes, indeed. John Valley says the NFC literally has no decent QB outside of Jalen and Stafford was good. Not anymore, clearly. Yeah, man. That's why I'm excited, because let me just say this. I don't agree with the total retool. I don't like that word either, but retool. If it was me, now just me, I don't know, I'm no knowledgeable guru on this, but just because I'm a Ram fan and I know how good our guys are, I would have kept Ramsey. I would have redid his contract. I would have kept Wagner. I wouldn't have wanted him to go to our the Seahawks because that's probably where he would have went, which he did. I would have reworked those deals, and Allen Robinson. I would have kept him and say, you know what, man, it's going to work out, man. Just do what you do, and just use him kind of like a tight end. Use him in the slot. We now know how to use him, but he's not going to be that guy that we thought he was. Either way, even if we kept him, and go from there. And so that's what I would have did. But they're shooting for 2024, 2025 to have picks and money to go all in again. I'm telling you, you got to be patient, Ram fans, because we just won the chip. This year, they're not throwing in the towel. They're still going to be competitive because now is the time to shoot things. We could have went all in again because the NFC is wide open, right? Okay, all in meaning re-sign our guys. The Gaines and the Gaines. I hated losing it, but only he signed a 1-year deal for a couple $1 million. We could have went all in again, adjusted some contracts, and try to make a run this year. But they're shooting for the next year and the year after that with all these picks and money. So, but the NFC West is wide open. Even the Eagles lost some players. The Niners, as good as they've been, they've lost some depth, but they have replaced them with the draft picks. But hopefully they'll work out for them, but especially for us too. But young guys are not like they lost key guys like Jimmy Ward, who I hate, but he's a hell of a player. If he was on my team, I would love him because he's that guy. Al Shire, the linebacker. So this is wide open. If we go all in, you can get to the Super Bowl. But those monsters, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Bengals, are no joke, man. So you kind of need some new blood because if we don't have Von Miller, we could have maybe got Robert Quinn, but I can see why we're trying to gear towards 2024, 2025. And remember this, you probably haven't heard this anywhere else. Remember this, the Rams and Stan Kroenke are putting in bids to host the Super Bowl again in 2027. So the Rams are expecting to reflip this, even if Stafford's not here by then still. Maybe he will be, but we're going to draft a quarterback. We're going to sign a veteran quarterback. Who knows? Maybe somebody will fall in our lap, but they want to be good enough to be at home again for the 2027 Super Bowl when the Rams hosted again at SoFi Stadium. I should say the Rams. When Stan Kroenke hosted at SoFi Stadium, they're gearing for that. And then the Rams, it's going to be a busy time. SoFi Stadium, it's going to host the 2026 Olympic World Cup. No. The soccer, the World Soccer games, and then it's going to be the Super Bowl 2027, and then 2028 the Olympics. I know I butchered that, but that's what's going on. And then Levi Stadium might host the 2028 Super Bowl because they're putting a bid for that. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be the Rams in the next 2-3 years. Keep an eye on us, even if guys that watch my stream some of them aren't Ram fans, but keep an eye on what we're doing right now. Yeah, we're kind of, this is new for McVay and with Les Snead, McVay has come into a veteran team and it was there. He just put his mentality to it. And so this is new for them. A number one pick the first time in his career as a head coach next year. It's very exciting. Let's see. But great comment, John. Let me see. Chris Hansen says Bills got blown out 3 years in a row in the Super Bowl. Yes, indeed. 3 years in a row. I thought it was 4. That's right. 3 years? I thought it was 4. Jay Money says they sure do talk a lot for a team with no rings. That's why I was really like, what? That's like the Arizona Cardinals talking. Well, we maybe not that bad, but we don't want to. We don't want to take a chance like the Rams did and have to redo it again. Come on. Oh, boy. Gabriel Martinez says, I feel bad for the Bills and their fans. LOL. Years ago, went to 4 Super Bowls and didn't win one. Yeah, man, they had that one against the Giants and they messed it up. Johnny says, we have Josh Allen, the creature Who you got? No, Josh Allen is good. I'm not talking about Josh Allen though. John, I'm not talking smack about the Bills. I'm just talking about that dumb comment. And everyone makes dumb comments, from here and there, like I do all the time. But you're this guy here is what I'm talking about. Not Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen's a talent. I'm not talking smack about the team. The team is not the one who said it. It's this guy. This dude here. But yeah, so that's who I'm talking about. But no, Josh Allen is a great player. Don't get me wrong. Give us the first trade of that. Yes, indeed. Josh Allen. No, Josh Allen is good, man. I give him comments. I'm gonna give him props, and he beat us last year. But also, they lost to the Bengals, and we beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. So I take that. But yeah, I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about that GM. Chris Hansen says it's so true. They sent a letter to all Rams season ticket holders apologizing, saying the Rams are gonna tank. Well, they didn't say they're gonna tank. They basically what they said was there's young players are going to have to take an active role in leadership, like Ernest Jones, etc. We still have Stafford, Donald, and Kupp are the healthiest they've been in years. They're the pillars of the organization, stuff like that. But with the NFC so wide open, all we need to do is put some W's in there, and when we can, because we possibly can sweep the Cardinals. We can maybe split with the Seahawks, the Niners. Who knows if Sam Darnold might play? But we're not. The Niners are loaded still. So, but I'm talking about just the NFC in general. We just got to get there. There's going to be teams that are going to fall off. The Cowboys might fall off. The Redskins are being sold. Excuse me. The Washington team, pardon me, is being sold. The Commanders. And so we'll see what happens. Jay Money says, I was at the first game versus the Bills at SoFi, and their fans act like they won the Super Bowl after that game. It was funny. Yeah, they were crowning them. I was like, we're going to come back and we're going to beat them in the Super Bowl. And none of us made it. We both didn't make it. We didn't even close. But yeah. Gabriel says, we got a Super Bowl with Von Miller and John Livingston. Yes, indeed. John said, because we beat Ish out of y'all. Yeah, you guys got us, man. But that's what you're supposed to, John. If you got a team like the Rams who didn't show up that day, and you guys took it to us, but also too, no excuses. But we didn't play our starters, the new offensive line, for that first game. We don't play our starters in the preseason. Stafford was nursing an elbow, and Josh Allen and them did what they had to do, but it was 14-14 at halftime. If we could have righted the ship, but we couldn't, and you guys left us in the dust. Chris Hansen says Josh Allen is overrated. Ooh, shots fired. John Lewis says the Von chose us over you. Well, John, I don't think you were here for he did, but I don't think you were here for I did a video too that Von Miller was in the restroom for 45 minutes. He was going to change his mind because he was like, you know what? Just tell him, I'll pay for the plane that brought me here. Because he was like, are you ready to sign the contract? Oh, you're going to do that right now? He went to the restroom and was clearing his head. If McVay or Les Snead would have called him at that time, he's going back to LA because he was having cold feet. It took the Bills GM to talk him into signing with the Bills. And then, unfortunately, he got hurt, But I love Von Miller. He has a right to go after the bag. The Bills gave him the bag, and that's why he picked that's why he picked the Buffalo Bills over the Rams. But he wanted to come back to LA. He was telling him already. You know what, man? Just tell him he got cold feet, and then the GM told him, well, he basically told him in a nutshell that. My family at first, they didn't want to move here, to be honest, and you're gonna love this town. He made it. He talked him into it, but yeah, so that was funny. But yes, he did pick the Bills over the Rams. They gave him the bag. He secured the bag. Jay Money says Josh Allen is good, but he's a choker. LOL. Burrow and Mahomes for far ahead of him. Sorry. Woo! You guys are shots fired. John Lewis says, tell me you don't watch without me telling you. Tell me. You don't watch football without telling me you don't watch football when you say Josh Allen's already in. I think they're just giving it to you, John. But I like Josh Allen. I appreciate him. He just, he's a little young. He's just young. He just has to, Gunslingers, man. You know, Matthew Stafford, same thing. He's a veteran now. They throw those passes at the wrong time. You're like, no. But yeah, I think they're giving you the business a little bit. But he is very good. Chris Hansen says Josh Allen was gonna get beat up by Diggs in the playoffs. J Money says, "Who's overrated? Yours, not mine." LOL. Chris Hansen says they lost 4 but got blown out 3. It's tough, man. But I respect the K Gun, man. Jim Kelly, woo! Those guys were exciting, man. Back in the day. Let's get into a quick video, real quick. It just sucks, man. We lost. Okay. I got to sigh. The Rams have won 2 Super Bowls in the free agency era. We could have won 4 Super Bowls in the free agency era if it wasn't for Tom Brady. He got us in 2001 and he got us in 2018. But I guess if you're going to lose a Super Bowl to an all-time great quarterback, possibly the GOAT of the quarterbacks because all the rings, 2 of those are ours. Imagine that. We'd have 4 Super Bowls and 2 NFL championships, but it is what it is, right? But golly, that one dude, you know, sucks, but it is what it is. When you get there, you got to win. When you get there, you got to win. You got to win. Let me get to a quick video real quick. Tom Brady. That's why I hate him. So here's our guy, Ernest Jones. In year 3, real quick video, guys. Using what he learned with Bobby Wagner, under the tutelage of Bobby Wagner for a whole year, he's focused and ready to go, baby. Let's see.
Let's go! Put that on my set. On gang. Better watch your step. On gang. Every man on deck. Walk a step.
It's Ernest Jones.
Put that on my set. Better watch your step. Okay. Yeah.
Kid, you know, he's going to be pretty good. And unfortunately, he's in the same conference, in the same division and conference with Fred Warner. But he's a very good player. He's not at Fred Warner's level, but he is a very good, underrated player. And he's already a Super Bowl champion too. And so I'm looking forward to seeing him take the next step. But let me give a shout out to my guy in here, Corey Davis. Hit that like and thumbs up button for Rudy, my friend Rudy. Thank you, Corey Davis. Much love, my brother. Love you so much. Corey Davis, a big Niner fan. He's had a Niner content channel, Corey Davis channel. Amazing dude. God bless you, my guy Corey. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you being here. John says, Josh has a really sprained UCL joint. Not expecting this comment section to know about that. No, they're just giving you the business, John. I get it too, man. Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl and they're saying, he sucks. Last year when Stafford was having the elbow issue, they're like, yeah, Stafford's done. They're just giving you the business. Jay Money says, bro, Josh Allen is great, but he still needs to win when it matters. Nonetheless, a great QB. Yes, indeed. There's a comment of the night and also I don't have to agree with you guys, or you don't have to agree with me. Damn jersey. Everyone has a right to their opinion, but Josh Allen is a hell of a talent. I love how he straight arms dudes and knocks them down. I love the strong arm. Love strong arm QBs. He's just young and he needs to get that intangible to make the right play at the right time in the big game. But he's there though. He's right there with the top QBs. I'll just tell you that way. Chris Hansen says, Rudy, why are you starting crap with everybody in Rumble's chat? That's not me, Chris. That's not me, man. For everyone that ever see chats and you see somebody going off, that's not me. Like I told you before, Chris, there's the fake accounts. They use my handle. I don't understand why YouTube allows that. You know, the way I have it with my name and RSR in brackets too. They allow that. I don't understand that, but that's not me. I go in there sometimes, but you can tell it's not me when, you know, there's certain comments made which I don't appreciate. That stuff made in my name. If you're gonna do that stuff, use your own handle. I don't like that at all. But that's not me. Jay Money says, Van chase the bigger money contract over the Rams. Yes, indeed. John Levy says, y'all say the money, of course, is partly true. Von was preparing to be a bill on the draft. Oh, I didn't know that part. But the only reason why we say that, though, John, too, is because he got to play with Aaron Donald, right? So it was easy. You guys have a good defense, right? Not smack talking. Okay, so just remember that. You guys don't have a Aaron Donald, an all-time great on your line. So Aaron Donald is wrecking havoc. It's much easier for Von Miller to do his damage, and he doesn't need to be easier. He doesn't need it to be easier. But with Aaron Donald wrecking havoc, boy, and then we didn't even have him we only had him for a handful of games. Imagine a whole training camp with Von Miller, and they were just learning how to stunt with each other and work off of each other. Woo! That's what we mean. That's all we're saying. Besides the money, of course, money talks. So I don't blame them for taking it. Gabriel says those two Super Bowls will always hurt. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. John Levy says the SoFi is a beautiful stadium. Shame it's full of away fans. Well, for certain teams, a lot of teams come out. It's beautiful, but still, one thing that needs to be said: the Rams outdrew the Bills in home attendance, I believe. I'll tell you that for sure. Yes, there's games where teams come out like the Niners, maybe the Bills. There was a lot of Bills, but there wasn't more Bills fans than Rams, though. I'll tell you what, tell you that there was a lot of Bills because there's a lot of Bills and fans in Southern California, and the Rams were out of Los Angeles for over 20 years, but there wasn't more. There was a lot of them though. But I'm gonna look right now. I think the Rams outdrew the Bills in fan attendance last year. So one game is great where they come out to the Rams Stadium, but just so you know, could be wrong, but I'm looking it up right now. I don't know why I did this. I was looking for my, but I just want to make sure. You just type in 2022 NFL fan attendance. And so the Rams were 7th in fan attendance. The Buffalo Bills were 18th. Buffalo Bills were 18th in fan attendance. So there you go. But yeah, there was a lot of Bills fans that day. Gary Martinez says, Jones going to ball out this year. I can't wait for the season to start. Let's go, Rams. Yes, indeed. Chris Hansen says, damn, that's not cool. Yeah, I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do. I've asked, they even I don't know who it is exactly. I don't like to say if I don't know who it is, but he's come on here before and with my name. I'm like, hey, I get a kick out of it because it's me. But some people are saying it's you, Jimbo. But yeah, if it is you, Jim, please don't go with my handle in the chat. I'm not accusing you. I don't know for sure. I appreciate you coming in and supporting me. But yeah, because I see certain comments, I know you guys are having good fun, but you use your own handle, and whoever it is, I don't know if it is you, Jimbo. Somebody has said that it may be you, but I don't know. But anyway, that's that. Yeah, that's that cool. Silly Fun Guy says, how many times will the Rams beat the Niners this year? Man, I'll say this. We didn't get a chance to play him with Brock Purdy. Now, he was playing good. We didn't get a chance. I was looking forward to playing him with the Trey Lance, the young guy with our pass rush. It would have been a really good game. If you remember with the Jimmy G, it was a close game in the first game. If Trey Lance is playing, we could split. We could split with them. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see, Silly Fun Guy. That's a great question. Jim Evers, Rams own the West. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Jim Everett, he says fake Vermillion account. Yeah, Jim, there's some people said it was you. I'm not accusing you. I don't know, but if it is you, do me a favor. On other chats, don't do it because I'll go there. I'm like, I'm not even. Why am I there already? And then I see some comments by whoever it is. I don't know if it's you. I don't like that because it's not me. They think it's me. But yes, indeed. Chris Hansen says, it's Jim. Everybody said it's Jim. Well, I hope it's not. Jim Ever says, I told Rumble it's not the real Ramilia. Okay, so it is you, Jim. Yeah, do me a favor, Jim. If you go on other chats, brother, do me a favor, use your own handle, because I just don't want it to come back like I said it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Nobody's hit me up about anything, but people think it is me, and I don't have time for that. I do come in from time to time, and I'm like, I'm not even here yet. How am I there? But yeah, do me a favor. I appreciate it. Jim says it's not me, brother. Okay, if it's not you, then fine. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not accusing you. Just saying. Jim says Rams will sweep the 49ers. I love that. Hopefully they will. It's been a long time coming. Let's see. All right. So I showed this on one of my streams before, but I want to give you this comment by Colin Cowherd. And he's just a media guy. It's his opinion. But this is exactly how I feel about this Rams team, because they're quality players. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Higbee, Van Jefferson. On defense, you have Aaron Donald, Bobby Brown III, young guy, Ernest Jones, linebacker, Colby Durant, Darian Kendrick, Fuller, Jonah Williams, Michael Hoyt, Daniel Hardy. We're young on defense, but we have quality players. Havenstein, right guard, Boom, left guard. We can, in the NFC, the way it is, we can do some damage if we can put some W's together, get on a streak, and get in the playoffs. It is different from other years because we don't have big name free agents that we were going to bring in, because we're going young on defense this year and we're using the draft picks. But I'm just going to show you this comment, and this is exactly how I feel. Okay. Let me just show you.
People have just decided that the LA Rams off a bad season are done. Well, Arizona's a tire fire in their division. The NFC's weaker. San Francisco doesn't quite know who the quarterback's going to be. They're all young. And Seattle, I don't think is going to duplicate a Geno Smith magical year. Not to that level. But if you look at what wins in the NFL, it's a wealthy, non-meddling owner, check. A dominating defensive line presence, check. A great weapon, Cooper Kupp, who was getting MVP consideration, check. An offensive coach, check. And a star quarterback, check.
That's exactly how I feel, right? So, that is what it is. So that's just how I feel about that. Let's see. And Jim says, it wasn't me, brother. Okay, if it wasn't you, that's fine. But I'm just saying, whoever it was, do me a favor, whoever it is, just because I see it and I more often, and I'm like, come on, guys. Chris Hansen says, Jim, do you watch the fight earlier? I didn't see the fight. The one guy, the young kid that got a technical knockout, they got it against him. I was rooting for him because he had an Aaron Donald jersey. He's like, he was a little guy. But Chris Hansen won $100 on Tank. Awesome. Jim Ever says De La Hoya didn't even attend. Oh, wow. Chris Hansen says, I heard that story too. This guy hates Trey because Trey dumped his daughter. Yeah, he was dating Colin Cowherd's daughter for a while, and then they broke up as stuff happens. But I don't agree. If there's the guy like Mark Florio hates McVay and the Rams, and so I take that with a grain of salt. But that's exactly how I feel. We still have a quality big names on our team, brother, and I just really think that we're going to be dangerous next year. It might be a tough early going, but on offense, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Jim Everett says, facts, Hansen, but Trey would give 49ers a better chance. Purdy won't do the same. Yes, indeed. Jim Everett says, Rams offense is stacked. Yeah, if Tutu Atwell and Ben Skoranek can keep emerging, and then if Lance McCutcheon can get some reps and do something like he showed in preseason, because he's a big monster dude and athletic, we're going to have something. Yes, indeed. Exactly right. 6'3", 210, Lance McClutchin. John Levy says, pulling up straight attendance. Bill fans, when the fans, Bill fans win the fans of the tournament every year. We have a billboard in New England to prove it. Now, you guys have a lot of people. I'm just saying, if you look at the Chris, that's the same VHS joke. John, if you look at the just attendance, and I know it's all fans, but we play teams, like the Panthers and the Bears. I can't remember the other team, the Atlanta Falcons. But when I go, I was a season ticket holder, and then I wasn't. I just go to the games that I want to go to now. There's a lot of Ram fans at games, but yeah, it takes a while for Ram fans to come out regularly. When we first came in 2016, when we first got here, they came out to LA Coliseum, and then they won their first 5 games, and they went woo. But you have to win in Los Angeles, and if you're out of the market for 20 plus years, fans get their own teams. There's a lot of Bronco fans, a lot of Bills fans, Niner fans, Raider fans. You already have a team, but then you start winning. You know what? I kind of like the Rams. I'm going to go watch them, and then their daughter or their nephew, their cousin. I like, what? I want a Cooper Kupp jersey, Poppy. I want an Aaron Donald jersey. No, that's what happens. Chris Hansen's the Inglewood Rams, Inglewood, Hollywood, the same, right across the street where the Lakers used to play with Magic Johnson, right across the street from the Fabulous Forum. Yes, indeed. Jim Ever says, Rams taking over LA, Chargers will leave LA. Yeah, they need their own stadium, really. The Chargers do. Chris Hansen says, Chip Kelly 2-0 versus the Rams. That's crazy. John Livingston says, Buffalo, just in case you didn't know, it's smaller than LA. You don't have a better attendance. You're just bigger. Just saw there was 40% Buffalo fans in SoFi that day last season. Just saying. No, they come out. There's a lot of fans, and there's a lot of fans, Buffalo fans in California. But no, I'm not talking smack about it. I'm just saying that attendance-wise, the Rams have been in the top 10 since they come back to Los Angeles. Even though there's certain games where there's a lot of fans that come out, like the Raiders and Niners, when they come out, because they've been here in California all this time. But in the Cowboys too, same thing. California's a huge state, man, and the surrounding areas too, Las Vegas and all that. Yes, indeed. But the Bills fans are some of the wildest, craziest fans too. You see them jumping from the cars and boom on the table. That was crazy, man. At tailgating, they're good dudes. I was teasing them. We were calling ourselves the Corleone Rams, and we're playing because it's the Mafia, the Bills Mafia. John, I was joking with them. I was saying, yeah, it's the Corleone Rams again. The Corleone Rams, Godfather reference. Corleone Rams versus the Fredo Mafia. And they're like, hey, I'm just kidding. It was funny, though. Ever since Shanahan 0-1 versus Rams, McVay only cares about the title games. That's a good one. Young Montana says, shout out to Jim Everett, the great, and Remedial Sports. Good night, fam. Good night, brother. I appreciate you coming. I'm going to be signing off, too. Lakers winning NBA title. Clippers are done. That's crazy with the Clippers, man. You know what? I wanted to see Kawhi Leonard with the Lakers when LeBron and AD. Imagine that monster. But this guy's always hurt. And that LeBron is the guy that's been playing 20 plus years. That's crazy. Chris Hansen, this is Jim drinking the Bud Lights again. You guys are too much. Jim says the Warriors down. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys. Much love, each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you, and all you guys that watched the replay. It was a last minute live. I appreciate you guys for all the love and support, and thank you guys so much. Everyone have a great night. I'll see if I'll come on again tomorrow night. I'll let you guys know. I'll hit you an alert. It's been a tough week, like I told you guys before. One of our dogs passed away, and even though it's been a week now, almost a week now, it's still hard. We see their doggy beds and so, and plus I've been working a lot. It's just been a tough week. And right now my granddaughters are here with us. And so I broke away for a little bit, but they're probably asleep. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for the support and love. And I can't wait for the draft. We're gonna have much more to talk about. I like hanging out with you guys, so I'm gonna do that more often. But there's not a lot of information to give out, so I like to set my show. If you notice, there's a lot of clips. I don't like to just sit here and talk. Well, not that I don't like, but I think it's more entertaining for you guys to see clips and stuff, and then we talk about stuff. So it takes me a while to set up the show. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate each and one of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Jared says, Jesus Christ, got your dog. Yes, indeed, man. Hopefully I'll be able to see my dog again. Chris Hansen says, Snyder, take it over SoFi. Appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. As we always say, may the Ramilia be with you. And Romulators, mount up. What should I sign off with? This is one of my favorite ones. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Got it?
Will we be doing that again in a year or two? Who knows? We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Much love. As we always say, may the Ramilia be with you. And Romulators, mount up. Good night, guys.